Young and Restless early spoilers January 12th to 16th. Victor brutally blindsided. Kane plays ruthlessly dirty. As we always do on early edition day, we talk about what's coming the rest of this week, and then dive into what's ahead next week. Young and Restless early spoilers. Diane annoyed with Jack. On Wednesday, January 7th, we've got Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, telling Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, that Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, said she cannot steal the AI and isn't going to follow through on her threat to leave Victor. Diane, of course, never thought that Nikki really would help, but Jack still has faith that Nikki may try. Diane says it's all lip service and says Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, is more likely to help them. Jack tells Diane not to be petty, which rubs his wife the wrong way. She tells Jack that Nikki will never go against Victor. But Jack is certain the Abbotts will win in the end because they're good people. The battle for AI control and Billy's risky move on YandR. Meanwhile, Diane is hoping Michael Baldwin, Christian Jules LeBlanc, may get proof that Victor used the illegal AI so they can leverage it. Jack thinks Michael and Nikki are equally loyal to Victor, and that he won't send his boss to jail. Jack also says they need to make a proactive move against Victor. Kyle shows up and they talk about having Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, run a story implicating Newman in utilizing illegal AI against Jabot. They are a little worried that Billy could get in trouble for libel because there's no tangible proof yet. Kyle says Billy is ready to risk it, but Jack doesn't want them to pull the trigger yet. He's going to try and get proof, but won't tell them what he's up to because he doesn't want them to worry. Lily Winters rejects Kane and exits Genoa City on Young and the Restless. Meanwhile, Kane brings Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, a rose and talks about how giddy she makes him feel. She tells Kane it's nostalgia and that's it. Lily says that New Year's Eve kiss means nothing. She is leaving town for a couple of months to spend time with the kids. She refuses to let Kane come along. Lily says Kane won't stop pushing her and she's had enough. Lily says she will never be with him and she doesn't care if Kane goes and gets with Phyllis or anybody else. She's totally done and Lily storms off without the rose. She calls Devin Hamilton Winters, Brighton James, about covering for her at work while she leaves town, so it is maternity leave time for Crystal Khalil. Jack comes over to ask Kane if Lily walking away was the price of what he's done. Kane says his whole life was destroyed and Jack is just rubbing it in his face. Jack doesn't feel sorry for Kane, but does ask for proof that Victor used the AI against Jabot. He offers Kane top dollar for hard proof. Michael Baldwin and Nikki Newman plot to frame Kane on YandR. So Michael shows up over at the Newman ranch looking for Victor but finds Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, who tells him about Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, getting surgery for a broken leg because Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, choked Nick and caused a crash. Michael is happy that Adam is stepping up for Victor. But then the two of them start bickering about the AI. Adam knows Michael doesn't like Victor having it or using it. And Adam does hate Victor going after Jack. But says in the end he's loyal to the Newmans. So, Adam demands that Michael take a side and says that Michael is close to Diane, Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman, and Jack. Adam threatens Michael on Young and the Restless. Adam doesn't think Michael can be trusted, and they start bickering back and forth. So, Adam promises he'll crush Michael if he betrays Victor. Then Nikki interrupts the confrontation and says the cops haven't found Matt Clark yet. Adam says Matt and anybody else that comes for the Newmans will pay. And then he storms out. Nikki and Michael agree they need to take action to save Victor from himself, because Nikki says Victor's hatred against Jack is getting worse by the day. Michael says they cannot let him destroy John Abbott's, Jerry Douglas, legacy. Michael suggests he and Nikki steal the AI and frame Kane for it. That way Victor loses the AI, he'll go after Kane, Jabot is saved. And Nikki and Michael will be in the clear flying under the radar on Young and the Restless. Kyle Abbott discovers a dangerous bargaining chip on YandR. On Thursday, January 8th, Kane changes things up with Phyllis. Lily harshly rejected him, and she's leaving. To Phyllis, it may look like Kane is coming back to her, and they may be partners in crime or in the bedroom, but I think he may be using Phyllis to get the proof against Victor or the AI itself. Kyle comes through with a way to stop Victor and tells his mom, Diane, he's got a bargaining chip they can use against the Newmans. Kyle tells Diane and Jack that Matt Clark from Sharon Newman's Sharon case and Nick's past is harassing them. Diane asks how Victor tied into it, and Kyle can't wait to tell them. I do wonder, because remember Matt was in the alley after the car crash, and someone found him. I wonder if Kyle found Matt and it's one of those enemy of my enemy is my friend things. Maybe Kyle stashed Matt somewhere just in case they can use him. Jack won't like that, but Diane would probably be down for it because she thinks Victor needs to pay at any price. Nick Newman's roadblock and Jack's shocking offer. Friday, January 9th, Nick hits a roadblock in his plan against Matt. I think that roadblock is the fact that Nick had surgery. His leg is broken, and he can't go running around chasing the bad guy. Phyllis tries to lure Damien over to the dark side. Phyllis may already have the AI or knows for sure that she can get it. She might have gone in and tested the system. I suspect Damien might play the bad boy to get what he wants from Phyllis now that Lily is gone. Jack brings Victor a shocking offer. I wonder if Jack offers Victor the whereabouts of Matt Clark, or if Kyle got proof from Matt to use against them. It might be one of those, I'll burn you down if you don't cooperate situations. YandR Weekly Spoilers January 12th to 16th. Romances and Dark Moves. The week of January 12th through the 16th looks like Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, are sparking a romance again. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, and Audra Charles Zuleika Silver talk about keeping their past in the past, but Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, keeps on digging. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, is going to be worried that Billy wants to run an unsubstantiated hit piece against Victor and Newman Media. So, Sally and Billy may have to deal with a confrontation about this. Sally is supposed to be the CEO, so Billy shouldn't be pulling stuff like that. Young and Restless spoilers. Kyle tangled up with Matt? Matt is far from done, and Kyle is somehow involved with him. Kyle might make a really dark move to protect the Abbotts, no matter what kind of villainous person he's got to get involved with to make it happen. Of course, Matt is furious and still wants the Newmans to pay. I'm not sure Kyle knows exactly how bad of a character Matt really is. Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, is still in fear of her life. And Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, is going to do anything to keep her safe. Nick is recuperating from surgery. He'll be back home, but that leg is broken. That means he can't be out and about protecting Noah and Sharon. I think that's going to hit his ego hard because Nick is a punch first, ask questions later kind of guy. He's the muscle, not the brains of most turn of events that has YandR fans on the edge of their seats. Genoa City's power dynamics are shifting in ways no one saw coming. The always calculating Victor Newman, kingpin of Newman Enterprises, has just been blindsided in a way that could threaten his empire. And the culprit behind the chaos is none other than Kane Ashby. Yes, the man who has often been seen as a loyal player in the city's corporate chess game is now playing a ruthlessly dirty hand, and the fallout is set to shake Genoa City to its core. For weeks, viewers have watched Victor orchestrate a series of moves aimed at consolidating his power, using both his sharp business acumen and family influence. He has always been steps ahead, or so he thought. But Kane, ever the underestimated player, has quietly been building leverage, silently watching Victor's every move and calculating the perfect moment to strike. The situation reached a boiling point during a high-stakes board meeting at Newman Enterprises, where Victor had intended to secure a multi-million-dollar merger with a rival corporation. All indicators pointed to a smooth victory. Victor's confidence was palpable. He had every reason to believe that his plan was foolproof. Yet, in a twist that no one could have predicted, Kane revealed a secret maneuver that left Victor reeling. Sources reveal that Kane had been quietly amassing critical shares in a subsidiary that Victor had considered untouchable. Using this position, Kane was able to cast the decisive vote against the merger, effectively sabotaging Victor's plan at the 11th hour. The shock in the boardroom was almost tangible. Executives froze, their eyes darting between Victor and Kane, unsure if they had just witnessed a corporate coup. What makes Kane's move even more devastating is the personal nature of his betrayal. Victor has always seen Kane as part of the extended Newman family, a trusted player whose loyalty was beyond question. For Kane to weaponize insider knowledge and turn it against Victor is not just a business maneuver. It's a direct hit to Victor's ego, reputation, and control. The look on Victor's face during the boardroom showdown was one of disbelief mixed with simmering anger. YandR fans are already buzzing on social media, speculating how long it will take for Victor to recover, and whether he ever will. But Kane isn't stopping there. He has reportedly been working behind the scenes to gather more allies, forming a coalition of unexpected players ready to challenge Victor at every turn. This isn't just a single blow. It's the opening salvo in a campaign designed to unseat Victor Newman as the undisputed power in Genoa City. From what insiders are saying, Kane's moves are not just about business. They're about rewriting the hierarchy of control, sending a message that no one, not even Victor, is untouchable. Fans are also speculating about Kane's motives. Is this purely a power play, or is there a deeper personal vendetta driving his actions? The timing seems too precise to be coincidence. Some viewers theorize that Kane's recent personal disappointments, coupled with feeling underappreciated within the Newman fold, have fueled a simmering desire to assert himself in a dramatic, unmistakable way. Whatever the motivation, the result is clear. Kane is playing ruthlessly, and the consequences are going to be catastrophic for those who stand in his way. Meanwhile, Victor is left reeling, forced to confront not just the loss of a critical business victory, but the reality that his inner circle is not as loyal as he believed. Historically, Victor has faced challenges from rivals like Jack and Nick Newman, but this feels different. Kane's betrayal strikes at the very core of Victor's empire and identity. In true Victor fashion, fans can expect a calculated response, one that may be more explosive and vindictive than anything we've seen before. The question is, will Victor strike back with fury, or will he be forced to play catch-up in a game where Kane has the upper hand? Adding fuel to the fire is the ripple effect Kane's move has created among Genoa City's other power players. Jabot Cosmetics, Newman media outlets, and even the Abbott family are watching closely, ready to exploit any cracks in Victor's armor. As alliances shift and loyalties are tested, viewers can expect tense boardroom battles, heated confrontations, and possibly even legal skirmishes that will keep everyone guessing. The fallout of Kane's ruthlessly dirty move is not limited to Newman Enterprises. It's poised to ignite a chain reaction across the entire city. But Kane's audacity comes with its own risks. Playing such a high-stakes game so openly could backfire spectacularly. Victor Newman is not known for forgiving betrayals easily. Historically, when Victor feels cornered, his responses are swift, brutal, and often personally devastating. Kane's gamble is that he has prepared his moves meticulously enough to withstand Victor's wrath. But viewers know better than to assume that Victor will go down without a fight. The coming episodes are sure to feature a dangerous dance of strategy, deception, and raw emotion, with Kane and Victor locked in a battle that will redefine Genoa City power politics. Social media is already alive with speculation. Fans are debating whether Kane is the hero Genoa City deserves or the villain it didn't see coming. Some applaud his ingenuity and daring, while others fear the chaos his actions may unleash. Regardless of where opinions fall, one thing is certain. The storylines ahead will be unmissable, and the drama surrounding Kane's ruthless strategy will dominate discussions for weeks to come. In addition to corporate maneuverings, the personal consequences of Kane's betrayal are sure to resonate with his relationships. Alliances with other Newman family members, particularly with Lily and Devon, are likely to be strained as trust becomes a central issue. Kane's daring move may bring him temporary power and leverage, but at what cost? In a city where personal and professional lives intertwine, the repercussions of Kane's actions could be felt far beyond the boardroom. As viewers brace for the storm, speculation about the next steps is rampant. Will Victor retaliate publicly, or will he orchestrate a more subtle long-term strategy to reclaim control? Will Kane continue to push his advantage, or will the weight of his betrayal eventually lead to cracks in his own plans? One thing is certain. The next few weeks on YandR will be packed with suspense, tension, and the kind of shocking twists that fans live for. For now, Victor Newman has been brutally blindsided, and Kane Ashby has proven that even the most trusted players can turn ruthlessly dirty when ambition and opportunity collide. Genoa City is changing, and no one will ever look at Kane, or Victor, the same way again. One thing is clear. In the game of power and betrayal in Genoa City, loyalty is fleeting, and no one is safe. Kane's audacious move has set the stage for a series of events that will redefine alliances, challenge authority, and leave fans clamoring for the next jaw-dropping moment. Hold on to your seats. This is just the beginning of a dangerous and thrilling ride in Genoa City, and the latest early spoilers for the young and the restless are already sending shockwaves through fans. At the center of the storm? Diane Jenkins and her growing frustration with Jack Abbott. The tension between these two powerhouses is simmering, and it looks like a major confrontation is on the horizon that could shake the foundation of the Abbott empire. Diane has always been a woman of strategy, charm, and sometimes ruthless ambition. But lately, she's been tested in ways she never anticipated. Jack, with his characteristic mix of cunning and impulsiveness, has made decisions that leave Diane feeling sidelined and underestimated. For a woman used to having influence and being at the top of her game, this is more than a minor annoyance, it's a personal affront. Fans know that Diane's annoyance isn't just a simple clash of personalities. Jack has a habit of making bold moves without consulting those around him, often assuming that others will fall in line with his plans. This time, however, Diane isn't willing to play second fiddle. The early spoilers hint that she's growing increasingly vocal about her displeasure, challenging Jack in ways that could force him to rethink his approach. Whether it's in boardroom battles, family disputes, or personal alliances, Diane is ready to make it clear that she won't be brushed aside. One of the flashpoints seems to involve a recent business maneuver at Jabot. Jack's latest deal, which he hoped would be a masterstroke, has instead drawn Diane's ire. She sees flaws, risks, and potential fallout that Jack either missed or ignored. In her eyes, this is not just a business oversight. It's a demonstration of Jack's overconfidence and lack of consideration for those who support him. Diane's annoyance is a mix of professional frustration and personal pride. She wants to ensure that her voice is heard before it's too late. Meanwhile, Jack remains seemingly oblivious to the depth of Diane's irritation. True to form, he's convinced that his instincts are correct, and that Diane will eventually fall in line. But early spoilers suggest that Diane isn't going to wait for Jack to recognize his missteps. She's prepared to confront him head-on, and the scene promises to be electric. Viewers can expect sparks to fly, words to be exchanged, and perhaps even a temporary fracture in their working relationship. It's not just business causing friction. There's a personal element simmering beneath the surface. Diane has long been aware of Jack's complicated relationships, both in and out of the office. His loyalty, or sometimes lack thereof, to friends, family, and colleagues has created tension in the past, and Diane is keenly aware of it. The early spoilers hint at Diane pushing back against Jack in ways that could expose vulnerabilities or secrets he's been trying to manage quietly. This isn't just a clash over strategy. It's a power struggle that could have ripple effects across Genoa City. Fans will also notice that Diane's annoyance with Jack may create unexpected alliances. History has shown that Diane is skilled at leveraging relationships to her advantage. With Jack distracted or defensive, Diane could find support from unlikely quarters, reshaping the balance of power at Jabot and beyond. Some spoilers suggest she may reach out to other board members, or even family members to strengthen her position. In a world where alliances shift as quickly as the wind, Diane's ability to anticipate Jack's moves could give her a significant advantage. Adding fuel to the fire, Diane's irritation with Jack is mirrored by other tensions brewing in Genoa City. With rivalries flaring, secrets bubbling to the surface, and personal ambitions colliding, the atmosphere is primed for conflict. Early spoilers hint that Diane's annoyance could intersect with other storylines, creating a web of intrigue that pulls multiple characters into the fray. Whether it's business sabotage, romantic entanglements, or familial power plays, Diane's assertiveness is likely to have far-reaching consequences. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is the emotional depth it promises. Diane isn't merely annoyed, she's frustrated, strategic, and unafraid to push back. Her interactions with Jack are set to reveal new dimensions of her character, highlighting both her intelligence and her willingness to stand her ground. Jack, for his part, will be challenged in ways that test his patience, ego, and leadership. The dynamic between them promises intense dialogue, high stakes, and emotional complexity that fans crave. Moreover, Diane's frustration may act as a catalyst for change at Jabot. Jack, who often believes he's always in control, could find that Diane's assertiveness exposes gaps in his decision-making. This tension has the potential to spark innovation or disaster, depending on how each character navigates the confrontation. Viewers can expect a roller coaster of negotiation, confrontation, and perhaps even reluctant compromise as Diane and Jack test the boundaries of their relationship. Of course, Genoa City thrives on unpredictability. Just when fans think they understand the dynamic between Diane and Jack, a twist could shift the narrative entirely. Could Diane leverage her annoyance to orchestrate a move that blindsides Jack? Could Jack's response be a counterplay that reasserts his dominance? Early spoilers keep details deliberately vague, heightening anticipation and leaving fans eager for every episode. Ultimately, this storyline underscores a central theme of the young and the restless. Power and ambition come with personal cost. Diane's annoyance with Jack isn't simply about pride or ego. It's about asserting her worth, protecting her interests, and navigating a world where influence is constantly contested. For fans, this means drama, suspense, and the kind of strategic maneuvering that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. In the coming episodes, viewers can look forward to explosive confrontations, calculated moves, and unexpected alliances. Diane's annoyance may seem like a small spark now, but it has the potential to ignite a fire that reshapes relationships, shifts corporate power, and exposes hidden vulnerabilities. Jack Abbott, usually confident and in control, may finally encounter a challenge that forces him to see Diane not as an obstacle, but as a formidable force to reckon with. As Genoa City prepares for the fallout, one thing is certain. Diane Jenkins is not one to be underestimated, and Jack Abbott may soon discover that his decisions have consequences far beyond what he anticipated. Fans can expect tension, strategy, and a masterclass in soap opera drama, as Diane channels her frustration into a power play that could alter the course of the Abbott empire. The early spoilers leave one burning question for viewers. Will Diane's annoyance lead to reconciliation, or will it spark a feud that threatens to upend everything Jack holds dear? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The Young and the Restless is about to deliver a thrilling ride of emotions, strategy, and classic Genoa City drama that fans won't world of Genoa City. Technology has become the new battlefield, and The Young and the Restless is heating up with a storyline that promises to shake the very foundations of Newman Enterprises. The fight isn't over profits, board seats, or even personal vendettas this time. It's about control over a groundbreaking artificial intelligence system that could make, or break, the empire. And at the center of this storm? Billy Abbott, whose bold, calculated move may either catapult him to unprecedented power or cost him everything he holds dear. It all began quietly, as most high-tech power plays do. The AI project, dubbed NeoGen, was designed to revolutionize the way Newman Enterprises runs its global operations. With predictive analytics, decision-making algorithms, and real-time market simulations, NeoGen isn't just software, it's a game-changer. Whoever controls it controls the future of the company. And in a family as volatile and ambitious as the Newmans, that makes NeoGen the ultimate prize. Victor Newman, the patriarch who built an empire with grit, cunning, and a touch of ruthlessness, has naturally kept a tight grip on NeoGen's development. He sees the AI not just as a business tool, but as a weapon, one that could eliminate competitors before they even realize they're in the fight. But Victor isn't the only one with eyes on the prize. Enter Billy Abbott, the rebellious son-in-law who has always danced on the edge of Newman territory. Billy's ambitions have grown sharper, more precise. He knows that the key to gaining leverage over Victor isn't in shouting, scheming, or playing family politics. It's in the digital domain. Billy's risky move began with subtlety. While Victor trusted NeoGen to manage high-level corporate decisions, Billy covertly teamed up with a rogue developer on the project. Together, they created a backdoor, a way to influence the AI's recommendations without detection. Billy's goal is audacious: to use NeoGen to manipulate stock holdings, forecast Victor's business decisions, and secure deals that could outmaneuver the Newmans at every turn. It's brilliant, but if Victor finds out, Billy's career, reputation, and possibly his marriage to Victoria are on the line. What makes this storyline gripping is the intricate web of tension it weaves. Victor isn't just a business titan. He's a man with an almost preternatural sense of control. Over the years, he's survived betrayals, lawsuits, corporate takeovers, and family coups. His instincts are razor-sharp, and his paranoia is justified. NeoGen, while a tool, is an extension of his will, and he knows that the slightest misstep could allow someone else to take the reins. Meanwhile, Billy's risk-taking adds an emotional dimension to the corporate thriller. He's no stranger to walking the tightrope between genius and recklessness, and his moral compass is constantly tested. On one hand, his ambition could elevate him to a position of unparalleled influence. On the other, every scheme he pulls puts him at odds with Victor, and by extension, the entire Newman family. The tension between personal gain and family loyalty becomes palpable as the AI battle intensifies. Adding fuel to the fire is Adam Newman, who has returned to Genoa City with his own agendas. Adam, always the strategist, has his own insights into NeoGen's potential. While Billy maneuvers behind the scenes, Adam is playing a long game, probing vulnerabilities, testing loyalties, and positioning himself for maximum advantage. The dynamic between the brothers-in-law, Billy and Adam, is electric. They are competitors, yet their intertwined fates in the Newman Empire make every move loaded with consequences. One of the most fascinating elements of this storyline is how it mirrors real-world concerns about AI and ethics. NeoGen isn't just a fictional tool, it's a reflection of the questions facing companies worldwide. How much trust do we place in technology? What happens when algorithms make decisions that affect lives, money, and power? YandR uses NeoGen to explore not just corporate drama, but moral dilemmas. Billy's manipulation of the AI, while clever, raises serious questions. Is it fair to exploit a system designed to be impartial? And what happens when ambition blinds judgment? The tension reaches a breaking point in a high-stakes boardroom scene that fans will not want to miss. Victor calls an emergency meeting to review NeoGen's performance metrics, unaware of Billy's interference. As data is presented, Victor notices anomalies, predictions that seem oddly favorable to Billy's projects and business ventures. The air is thick with suspicion, and the moment is charged with suspense. Every glance, every question, every hesitation could tip the scales. Billy, seated quietly, knows that one wrong move could reveal everything. Meanwhile, Victoria, caught between her husband and her father, faces her own emotional turmoil. She admires Billy's ambition, but she fears the consequences of his actions. The personal stakes of this corporate war elevate the drama to a level that resonates with viewers. This isn't just about money or power. It's about family, trust, and identity. Victoria's struggle to reconcile loyalty with love makes the storyline multidimensional, providing depth to the corporate intrigue. Of course, no YandR storyline would be complete without a betrayal or twist. Rumors swirl that someone else within Newman Enterprises may have caught wind of Billy's clandestine actions. Could it be Adam? Or perhaps a loyal executive with divided loyalties? The possibility of exposure adds a ticking clock element, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Every scene pulses with suspense as the audience wonders, will Billy's risky move pay off, or will it implode spectacularly? The brilliance of this storyline lies in its complexity. It's not just a tale of corporate intrigue. It's a psychological chess match, a moral quandary, and a family drama all rolled into one. Billy's gamble with NeoGen forces characters and viewers to question the balance of power, the cost of ambition, and the ethical limits of technology. As the battle for AI control escalates, alliances shift, loyalties are tested, and secrets threaten to surface. Fans of YandR are being treated to a storyline that combines suspense, strategy, and emotional depth in a way that feels fresh and contemporary. The stakes are enormous, not just for the characters but for the entire Newman legacy. In a world where technology and ambition collide, every choice matters, and every move can change the trajectory of the empire. Billy Abbott's risky maneuver may define the next era of Genoa City, but only time will tell whether he emerges as a master strategist or a cautionary tale of hubris. In the coming weeks, viewers can expect explosive confrontations, shocking revelations, and the kind of dramatic twists that have made The Young and the Restless a staple of daytime television. As Billy maneuvers in the shadows, Victor watches, Adam plots, and Victoria wrestles with her conscience. One thing is certain. The battle for AI control is far from over, and the fallout will be felt by everyone in Genoa City. YandR fans can rest assured that the drama surrounding NeoGen and Billy's daring gambit is just the beginning of a saga that will redefine power, loyalty, and ambition in Genoa City. In a game where intellect, cunning, and courage collide, the line between triumph and disaster is razor thin, and the next move could change everything.